Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube session. So, today we're going to be talking about the Amahoro Fellowship and then how to apply for the fellowship. What are the requirements or the expectations of the fellowship? That's what we'll be talking about today. So, before we proceed, I'm going to wait for some minutes so that some other persons can join. So, I'm going to wait for like 2 minutes for others to join. And also, I want to share the link to the live stream in my WhatsApp groups. So let's wait for 2 minutes for others to join as well. So I don't know who is the first person to join the call. Hey Rita, that's lovely. Welcome, welcome. I believe you get into cohort 4 in Jesus' name. Amen. Please, the second person that joined, can you write your name? Okay, Daniel. Daniel, welcome. Daniel, where are you joining us from? So give me some minutes. Let me share the link to other WhatsApp groups then. Give me some minutes, okay? I know he's my mentee. I know. I say, where are you joining from? Like, which state are you joining from? Solomon, welcome. So we are giving some grace period for others to join. Okay, Daniel, you're joining from Imo State. Okay. Solomon, which part of Nigeria? Rita, Kigali. Rita, I've been to Kigali in 2024, I think. Yeah. Was it 2024 or 2025? No, 2023. Yes, I was in Kigali 2023. Those Rwanda, they dealt with me. I cried because of them. But it's well. I don't want to remember my experience in Rwanda. I didn't enjoy it. I was crying all through because my luggage was delayed. They frustrated my life in Rwanda. So blessing, okay, from Abuja. Yeah, blessing, welcome. Solomon from Enugu. Okay. Oh. You knew I've been to Kigali. Who was that friend of yours that told you? I don't think I made any friends from Kigali. It was just from the hotel to the airport, back to the hotel. Like, though that was Christmas period. Yeah, that was 2023. I took a few pictures of the streets and as well. Those guys, they dealt with me. They embarrassed me. And I filled out the form for the luggage delay and everything. Still, they didn't give me the money. So I had to give up on it. I just left it. Uh, this name, I don't even know the name. Udo Direm, welcome. Blessing Akoto, okay, from Cross River, welcome. Welcome. Um, okay, let's just be exchanging pleasantries while I forward the link to some other groups. So definitely, I'll be through very soon. Then we can start. So if you have not written where you are joining us from, please can you join it? Can you write it in the chat? Write it in the chat. Where are you joining us from? Okay, I believe that everybody has finished writing. So, oh, Angela, wow, you're here. Welcome. Flossie, one and only Flossie. Welcome. You are joining from Enugu. We have so many people joining from Enugu. That's interesting. That's interesting. So I hope you all have your pen and paper. If you don't have your pen and paper, go and get it now because you need it. Okay. How do you pronounce your name, Gideon? You're joining from the US. Well, nice to have you with us. Rita, you're very funny. Two pen and one agenda. What about the paper? Where will you write it? If you have two pens and you do not have paper, where will you write? This girl, you're funny. Mm. Chisom. Okay, so the first task I'm going to give all of you is Google Amahoro Fellowship. Google it now. Google it now. If you have Google it, tell me. Amahoro Fellowship. Google it now. Rita, you said okay. You came with two pen in case one does not work. Okay, if you have Googled the fellowship, what did you see there? What and what are the requirements? What are the requirements that like because every application it has requirements what they expect from you. So what are the requirements of the fellowship? If you like, don't be active. I have plans, and it's only for people that are active. If I say do something, do it oh. I will not tell you what is my plan, sha. I will not say it. I don't have to say everything. Okay, Rita said that Amahoro Fellowship is focused mainly on refugee-led ventures aged 18 to 35 years. Okay. Refugee-led ventures aged 18 to 35 years. And also people who have been faced with difficult challenges. Okay. Like or forcibly displaced persons. Forcibly displaced persons. Okay. Who else? How many of you have started the application and what did you find out when you were applying? What did you find out? Please, I want us to be like this is an interactive session. It's not like a session where I'll be talking. I'm not doing a lecture. We are like trying to deliberate. This is an information session. So I want you to know exactly what we are applying for. Like, why are we doing this thing we are doing? So everybody, you have to anything I say do this, you do it. If I say do that, you do that. Don't leave it to me. I've already gotten the fellowship. It's you that need it the most. So don't leave it to me. I will not come and say Google it. I'll be the one to still Google it. Okay. Chisom said it's for impact makers in the areas of forcibly displaced persons. Okay. You're still correct. Then the bold challenge you are solving. Okay, so let's walk through the no. I will not talk about the essays. I will not talk about it here. This is an information session. If you want me to say everything about the essays, then you have to register for mentorship. Then you get all the details. Even if you want my own essay, you will get it if you register for the mentorship. If not, I will just say the free things I'm supposed to say. Then those ones are the premium information reserved for those who register for the mentorship. So, Favor, you're asking if this is pre-recorded. Yeah, YouTube always record stuff. So anytime you come back, you still meet it. Anytime you come back, you meet it. First of all, my first question to all of you is okay, Rita have said it's for displaced persons, refugee-led ventures. Then, depend on what is the bold challenge you're solving, the impact you want to make in your community, forcibly displaced persons, all of you are still correct. So, yes, it has to focus. Yes, blessing, you are correct. It has to focus, which is people that are either you are an entrepreneur or you are a social change maker, like you are into social impact or you are an entrepreneur. So those are the two categories. Yes, I said Google everything about it. Blessing, you can drop the full requirements. You can drop the full requirements here so that I'll be reading it from the chat directly. A lot of people have been asking me questions about some of the requirements. So that's why I said, okay, let me hold this session. Let me hold this session. So, okay. You must be between 18 to 35 years. If you are more than this age and you are eligible, you can, if you have a family member, you can coach the person to apply. If all of you are eligible, you can be like a co-founder. That is if you are more than the age, if you are more than the age. But if you are still within the age, then go ahead and apply. Sorry, Rita, I didn't get your question. You said I should focus on what to put in background space. I don't think I got your question. Amahoro fellowship. Let me Google it here. Since I told the people to drop the requirements, nobody wants to drop anything. I want it to be interactive. I don't want to be saying everything. That's why I'm giving you tags. Do this, do this, do this. Okay, so I'm on the platform now. Let's go to the criteria. If you have opened it, if you have opened the application, go to the criteria. Okay, Rita, you're asking me about the background, like the question, right? So I've opened it from my end, also open it from your own end. The deadline is 28th February, East Africa time, 11:59 p.m. East Africa time, 11:59 p.m. East Africa is I think 3 hours or 2 hours ahead of Nigeria, also for those in Nigeria. So make sure you apply a day before at least or earlier than that so that you will not miss the deadline. So look at the demographic questions. Your full name, you start with your surname, first name and other names. Your gender, your phone number, put your country code, your age. Then what is your current level of education? What's your area of study? Do you have access to internet connection, computer, smartphone? Can you commit 10 to 15 hours per week? The program is 12 months. The program is 12 months. Okay. Then the demographic questions. Your level of English. Have you applied to the Amahoro Fellowship before? What best describe your current legal residency? Listen to this question now. For this fellowship, you must be residing in an African country for you to qualify. You must be residing in an African country. So Blessing and Solomon, no need to send the requirements again since I'm reading it out from here. So which of the following describe your current legal residency status? Recognized refugee outside your country of origin. You can live in another country and you are a refugee there, but as long as you are living in Africa, still makes you eligible. Asylum seeker. If you are seeking asylum outside your country, you are still qualified. Internally displaced person. If you are displaced within your country but you still live in your country, you are still qualified. Stateless person. Stateless person are people that don't even have like identity. Like, let me use for example, like all those slave trading period that people were taken from their country to another country. Then their ancestors like were the ones that were slave. Then they themselves, they just grew up in that country, but they knew that they are not from there. So those are people that are stateless, like they don't have roots in that place they are living, but they have stayed there for decades or hundreds of years. Returning, somebody that has returned from um displacement. Then after this, they will tell you to upload a document that confirms your displacement related registration or protection status. Accepted documents may include refugee ID, pass, or other documents proving your forcibly displaced status. Photo or PDF is accepted. Now, for this particular requirement, I will emphasize more. For those that are in the mentorship class, I will emphasize more. So if you want to know what the emphasis is, you register for the mentorship. Then you get more information, because there are some things I'm not going to share publicly due to the confidentiality nature of the information. So I cannot just come out here and say it. Everybody's watching this video. So it's not everything I'll come out and say here. There are some things that are said in private. So that's part of the things I'll say in private for this particular requirement. Then the question, section 2. How do you describe yourself? Are you an entrepreneur or social enterprise owner? Are you a social change leader? Then there's another option for others. So if you said you're an entrepreneur, you can pick either agribusiness, manufacturing, technology, logistic, education, health, creative industry, or others. So if you go for enterprise or entrepreneurship part, the questions are, the first question there is, in no more than 250 words, describe your enterprise and the problem it addresses. So, how do you answer this question? Use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. Situation is the problem, the task is what is supposed to be done, the action is what did you do, the result, what did you get from that your action. Your result must be able to solve that problem you identified in the situation. Then remember that you are competing against thousands of persons for maybe 30 slots or 40 slots. You are competing against thousands of persons. Always have that in at the back of your mind. Some people will come to register for mentorship. They'll be like, if I pay this money, am I sure that I'm going to get it? I told them, even me sef that is teaching you, anything I'm applying, I'm not even sure that I'm going to get it. It's 50-50. So that's one thing you need to know. And most of the time, people you see that they are winning stuff, they get more rejections than win. Myself, I get more rejections more than the wins. So whatever you are doing, just know that this is 50-50. That's number one thing you need to know. It's 50-50. So they did not tie your placenta there. So don't start agitating. Like I know one person like that. She registered for mentorship, and the first thing she applied for through the mentorship, she didn't win it. And she was agitating. But I won't say everything that happened, sha. But other people that were patient, some people did not win their first attempt, but they won other attempts. Some people won in their first attempt. So it's not a guarantee. I used to say that. I'm not like a all this travel agent that when you want to, they will give you guarantee that they will get you a job or they will get you a scholarship. At the end of the day, they will carry your money and run away, and you'll be chasing them up and down. So this one is not a guarantee. That's why the fee is very low. But let's not deviate from the topic. Let's not deviate from the topic. So when you are writing the essay, Make sure you follow the STAR method and give in your best. Use storytelling. Storytelling is very important. And when you are starting it, the opening hook, how do you start your essay? The way you start your essay will determine how the essay will end. Let me tell you the truth. If I'm reading essay, like you give me essay to review, if I read your first line or first paragraph, if I don't find it interesting, I don't bother to read everything. Even if I'm reading other things, I'll just scan through the book. Most of these reviewers, that's what they do. So you must impress them from your first line of essay, from the first thing you write. You must put that curiosity in them, like spark curiosity. Let them be curious to know what happened next, what next. Let it be a perfect story you're telling, the journey of how you started and where you are and where you're going to. The second question, when did your enterprise begin operations? So put the month and the year. What is your primary role? Founder, co-founder, managing director, CEO, other leadership. So you have to select how many people are working on your enterprise. Are you a solo founder? You have 2 to 5 or whatever. Put the number. Out of the total team members, how many are forcibly displaced persons? Put the number. How many are women? Put the number. What's the coverage of your enterprise operation? So how many locations do you cover? How many people benefit from your enterprise annually? What is the current status of your enterprise? Is it registered or unregistered? What proof can you provide to show your enterprise is operational? Have your enterprise recorded any revenue so far? You put the amount. Has your enterprise received funding from external organization? You put the amount. So when I applied, I didn't apply through the enterprise stuff. I applied as a social change maker because I'm not okay. Let me keep quiet. So I applied as a social change maker. For social change option, those of you or those of us that do community work, volunteering and all those things, please, one important thing that is very important, if you don't have an organization, after this session now, go and think of what you use for this application. Create an organization. You must not register it. Give it a name. I started using my name, Team Upcyclers, for 5 months before I finally registered it. I used that name for 5 months before I finally registered it. So it must not be that you have registered it. Even Smidan has made it easier. Smidan, they do free registration. You register immediately and get the certificate immediately. Like, that one is free. You can do that one. Then when you have money, you do the CSC for those in Nigeria. For those joining outside Nigeria, you can have a registered or unregistered group. Chisom, why do you want to know what I was saying? I have to withhold some things. Some informations are confidential, like I said. If you want to know more, register for mentorship class. I will tell you more. So social change makers. This session can be filled out by community social change leaders who are advocating for change in the community, youth, religious leaders, individuals who are using their platform, their talents, their skills to advocate for positive change in their community. So, which of the following best describe the primary focus of your social change initiative? Is it skills and education, health and well-being, youth leadership and civic engagement, gender and social inclusion, peace building, social cohesion, climate, environmental action, livelihood, economic empowerment, art, culture, community identity, etc., etc.? In no more than 250 words, describe your social change initiative and its core objective. Okay, 250 words. How many of you can write 250 words with ease, without struggle? How many of you can do that? Hey, how many of you can do that? Okay. When I started applying, let me tell you, the first application I made then was, I think it was 100 words that they requested for. I was sweating. Like, I was like, where can I get 100 words from? Like, how? I was sweating. like 100 words. I don't know how to write 100 words. When I looked at the essay that got me into that program, I was just laughing. What I wrote was so local and so poor. Like after some time when I looked at it, I was laughing at myself because what is this? Like, what is this? So but now you tell me 250 words, I'll be like, why are you limiting me? Why are you limiting me? Like this is too poor, like 250 words, like it's too small, guy. So so how do you describe your social change initiative? Remember, I've always emphasized on the STAR method: situation, task, action, results. Like I said, if you want to know more, register for mentorship. Those in the mentorship class, all of you must apply for this application and you must send me your essay for review. Don't send it to me less than 10 days to the deadline. Give me enough time because I have my personal stuff I'm working on. So give me enough time. Enough time. Give me enough time. Then the next question is, when did the social change initiative begin? Or the active implementation? Okay, then your role. Please, whatever you are doing, make sure that your role is always at the leadership role in whatever you're applying for. So if you don't have your own organization, go and coin the name of your organization this night so that what you're applying for, you be like the founder or the CEO or the executive director. Like, let it not be something like volunteer. Like, let it be leadership role that you hold in that organization you're applying with. It helps to make it credible. Then, does your initiative have a board, like board of directors and other things? And the focus, like these questions, I don't need to start reading out everything. What type of proof? Okay, have your initiative received any funding from external organization? Yes or no? Do you know that when I started applying before, when I started applying newly, I used to think that if you tell them you have win grants, they will not give you grant again. That was my mindset then. So sometimes, even if I've won something, I'll be afraid to mention it. I'll say maybe if I tell them that I've won this thing, they will not give me the money again. That was what I was thinking. I never knew that mentioning it will even make you to be more qualified. Like they will be like, oh, so this person have even got won this and won that. That means what you are doing is credible. What you are doing is important. They will have the confidence to give you the money or to give you the grant or fellowship or whatever you're applying for. They'll be able to give it to you because they now believe in you. They say, oh, if this person has won this thing from this organization, it shows that it's established credibility for what you do. So make sure you list out everything you have won. Everything you have won. Make sure you list it out in the necessary space. Then the next question: what type of proof can you provide to show your active involvement in this initiative? You can bring letters, testimonials, photos, videos, project reports, program documentations, like different kinds of evidence you have. So normally I do write my project report after every project. I do write reports. So I usually use reports and other online sources, so maybe award that I've won that they published it. So I put all those things. Then which type of private sector support most directly strengthen your initiative? Okay, they have to ask you to rank it. Access to market or customers, strategic mentorship or advisory support, access to capital, grant, investment, revenue-based finance, partnership with established companies or institutions, technical expertise, distribution or supply chain, visibility, branding. Of course, all of us we need money, right? So if you like, go and be doing holy holy. Don't touch that one. Say go and rank it low. We need money, right, sir? So you have to do this wisely. Arrange it properly according to the need of your organization. In no more than 200 words, explain how one selected type of private sector support would be applied in your initiative within the next 6 to 12 months. What would you do differently if this support were available? What outcome would you expect? So out of all these things, the one you select after ranking them, You can pick one of them. You can talk about maybe access to capital. How would it support you? Like, what will you do differently with it? Or you can talk about the mentorship or whatever, depending on your ranking. You can pick one of them and explain. Which of the following best describe your experience engaging with external partners? Okay, these ones I don't think I need to. These ones are not essay. Look at another essay, leadership question. Leadership involves taking risk and making decisions with incomplete information. Describe a leadership decision you made with incomplete information that did not produce the intended outcome. In your response, briefly address the following, maximum of 250 words. What decision did you make? What information was missing at the time? What outcome did you expect? What actually happened? What specific insights did you gain from this experience? What would you do differently if faced with a similar decision today? So, like I said, only those in the mentorship class we assess my essays. I answered this essay in my own essay. So, if you want to see my essay, register for the mentorship. Okay, so that's by the way. Disability, inclusion, and accessibility. Do you identify as a person with disability? So many questions, like those ones are not really part of the judgment criteria. Then this one, the Amahoro team may require a video or written reference from someone who has previously worked with you and can speak to your suitability for the fellowship before confirming your placement. Would you be able to provide such reference? Number 47, can you upload your resume? Resume, resume. You hear it, resume. Resume, not CV. CV can be up to 10 pages or more than. Resume should be shorter, like maximum of 3 pages. And those in the mentorship class, of course, you know that we have worked on your CV, and some of your CV is a resume because it's no more than 2 pages, so you can use it. Then those are sometimes your resume will disqualify you because what you are saying you did is not even in your resume. So make sure that everything tallies. Don't carry your old resume that you have been using or the one you did in cyber cafe you have been using for the past 3 or 4 years. Don't carry it and put here. Update it every time. Let me tell you the truth. My resume, I update it every time. For any application I'm making, I'm updating my resume to suit what they want to see in that application. It's very tiring, it's time demanding, but I just have to do it. Can you share the link to your organization LinkedIn page, organization website, social media, or other platforms? How did you find about the Amahoro Fellowship? Would you like to receive email updates on the community? I think that's all. I have I have 4 meetings today. I've done one. This is the second one. I still have 2 more. So I'll take 1 or 2. Okay. Rita said, what if I give my essay to someone, the person copy and paste? Rita, number one is that the people that will assess my essays are those in the mentorship class. And before you submit your application while in the mentorship, I have to review it and see what you write. If you copy what I wrote, I will know, because you cannot submit it without sending it to me. I will review it and then give you direction. Do you get it? So for those who be interested in the mentorship, I'll drop my number, my WhatsApp number. I don't know if all of you have me on WhatsApp. So I'll drop my WhatsApp number. So I have so many meetings today. I will not waste so much time on this one. And I still have a deadline in the next 3 hours. It's so crazy, like a lot of things to do today. Today is the only time I have, the only day I have chance. So everything I'm doing, I fix it on Sunday. I fix it on Sunday. So if you have any question or comment, like I said, if you still want to go deeper, you have to register for the mentorship class. It's very, very important if you want to go deeper and then get your essays reviewed. If you want only the essay review, you don't want the whole mentorship package, that one is a bit cheaper for you. I'm going to just put it at $5 if you want me to review your essay just for this particular fellowship. But you are not part of the mentorship, or you don't have the money to pay for the whole mentorship, you could get it at just $5. You send me your essays, I'll review it for you. I'll point out the errors and everything. For the document they ask you to upload, when you send me a DM, we'll talk about it. That should not discourage you from applying. That should not discourage you. For those of you in my mentorship class, I'll have another meeting with you guys to give you the insider tip for this fellowship. So be prepared. We are going to discuss it this week. Before the week runs out, we'll have that conversation. So I think that's all. I don't want to stay long here, so I can prepare for other meetings I have. If you have any question or comment, Solomon, the CV, whatever you want to talk about in your essays for that particular fellowship, make sure you reflect it in your CV. Make sure you reflect it in your CV. So any other question or comment? Okay, Udo Dem say thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining. Okay. Amashi is asking for the link to register for the fellowship. Amashi, Google it. Amahoro Fellowship. I like to give people tasks. I don't like to spoon feed people. Amahoro Fellowship. When you Google it, you find the link to apply. Any other question? Question, comments? Okay. So I saw some of my team members that joined: Rex, Blessing, Kenneth. You guys are all welcomed. And I would like you guys to get this fellowship. Guy, this fellowship sweet. Rex, Kenneth, Blessing. We need to talk. Okay, we have our own meeting this night. So hopefully I'll talk about the fellowship there. So you guys need to also register for it. Okay, you need to do that. It's very important. So I will see you guys probably next Sunday. I'll see you guys next Sunday. We'll have another session next Sunday. Don't forget to send me a message if you are interested in getting your essays reviewed before you submit. Lest I forget, there are 3 stages. The first stage is your submission. The second stage, people will be invited for interview. The third stage, they will tell you if you pass the interview or not. Then they will ask for additional documentations. Then after that one, the final stage is your selection email. Let me even tell you, the first time I applied for this thing, I forgot to put my video. I put empty link. I said later I'll do the video and upload to the link. That's how I forgot it. And I lost it that first time I applied. I lost it. And then the next year I applied. I said I was going to get it. I don't want to take chances anymore. And I got it. So everybody stand the same chance, both social change and entrepreneurs, the same chance. The same chance. Okay, this is my WhatsApp number. I've sent it again. When you're applying for the fellowship, you are not paying any money. What I'm talking about you register for is my mentorship class. My mentorship class, 3 months mentorship. Grant writing mentorship is $30 for the whole 3 months if you are paying at once. If you want to pay part payment, it's $12 per month. That's going to be 36 for the 3 months. If you want to register for the exclusive mentorship, I will review your CV. I will help you both with grants, scholarship applications, everything. Fellowship, grant, scholarship, CV review, business idea development, everything is in the exclusive mentorship. That one is $75. So for those in Nigeria, I just put it at 75,000. I made it like $1 equals to 1,000. That's what I made it for those in Nigeria for all the mentorship stuff. Then, if you want me to review only this application for you, like a single application review, I put it at $5 just for this fellowship. That's not the rate I charge for it. If you're in Nigeria, you pay the Naira equivalent. if you want me to review it for you. So if you still want to learn more, you send me a DM on my WhatsApp number. Okay, see you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Subscribe now, 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 now. See you. Bye bye.